It's time for yet another text receipt episode. Shout out to our girl Daphne Sutton, the queen of accountability herself. Now, she has this post up on her page that I've been meaning to check out for some time now. Let's see what it says here. It says, day 4, no food stamps. Not only did they take my food stamps, no cash assistance, disability checks are on hold, and no Section 8. Golly, get a job. She want us taxpayers to dang gonna take care of her and her kids. She probably got kids. She says, on top of making me pay this all back as you should, over $10,000 in benefits gone. This is your responsibility as taxpayers. Yeah, I promise y'all I didn't read this in advance. Yeah, this is not our responsibility, fool. Oh, hell no. Woman, you are not our responsibility. Who do you think you are? Look, we about to check this out. Let's watch.
Day 4. Day 4 of no food stamps. Day 4 of not being able to afford groceries for me and my 6 children. Because somebody decided to report my TikTok income to the state of Michigan. So they took my food stamps. Not only did they take my food stamps, my cash assistance, my disability checks are on hold. They're not going to pay my rent next month. They're not sending me a check for my utilities that I get every month. How the hell am I supposed to survive?
With your TikTok income, you moron. Let me say that again in case y'all didn't hear me very well. With your TikTok income, you moron. Whoever reported you, good. You're making money. The reason why you were reported and the reason why they decided to hold all those things back from you is because you're earning enough to be able to pay all those things yourself from your TikTok. It was probably you, the fool, who put out their earnings on TikTok. Yeah. She a fool. All right. She over here talking about day 4 of no food stamps. What day are you on of no upper teeth too? What day we on? You ain't using none of the money that you getting wisely. Go get some upper teeth, some top row of teeth with your food stamps money. I mean, all that government assistance and TikTok money, and you ain't bought no upper teeth yet. We all know the moment this video started playing, we knew that she had her priorities all jacked up.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Get a job!
Day 4. Day 4.
Get a job. This woman don't get a job. Let me see what Daphne had to say about this. I don't know nothing about this woman. Daphne says, if you're living off the government for free while ranking in thousands on social media, you will be reported. You're the reason real families are in need and are denied and are stuck on the wait list for years. Facts. I've already reported 17 TikToks this year for cashing in while claiming benefits. You're required to report all of your income, no exceptions. Fraud is fraud and accountability is coming, period. Get a job. Oh my, Daphne reported this woman. Oh man, God, like these people don't understand. It's one thing that Daphne reported 17 TikTok pages for doing this type of mess, but it's another thing that more and more people will be able to receive some assistance because these people are no longer getting it. Do y'all understand that? For every one person that Daphne reported that is no longer getting assistance from the government, that could be helping 2 to 3 families. Because clearly she was getting a large lump sum of our taxpayer dollars with her 6 kids. But there's families out there that are smaller that need that money. Man. All right, y'all, let's get to these text receipts. Let me read this statement from Daphne so I have an understanding of what we're about to get into. She says he texted her saying that he was having a rough day and needed her support. He didn't ask for money or favors, just an ear. Her response dismissed his feelings, Prioritize cleaning over comforting him. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Don't make excuses because she's fine and has a nice body. Men's self-delete rates are a lot higher because too many suffer in silence. He'd opened up voluntarily and she failed him. Protect your peace, fellas. Absolutely. Couldn't agree with that statement more. Couldn't agree with that statement more because so many of us, including myself, have suffered in silence and almost ended it all because of such. All right, so it starts off, I'm assuming it's the guy saying, "You busy right now?" The woman responds, "Cleaning my house. Why?" The guy responds, "I had a fucking day and I'm mad." The woman responds, "Your boss again?" The man responds, "Yes. I'm stuck at that job, but he makes it hard for me on purpose. It got me stressed out and depressed for real, for real. It's with me hard." Then he continues, "Like he know what buttons to push. He makes me stay late because he know I won't say no. Shit is crazy." The woman responds, "Damn, it's bad, bad." The man responds, "Can you come through?" The woman responds, "I'm still cleaning." Okay. I'm pretty sure your cleaning ain't going nowhere tomorrow. It'll be there tomorrow and the next day and the next day. You make a mess, it ain't going nowhere until you touch it, move it, do something about it. The man responds, "I need you now." The woman responds, "I'm cleaning. You caught me at a bad time." No, he is the one that's at a bad time right now. What are you saying? You're just cleaning. How is this a bad time? She says, "Relax and watch something on TV and I will be there in no time, okay?" He says, "I need you now." She responds back with the angry emoji. And then she insults him. She says, "Are you 42 or 4? Don't do this." So many women neglect the mental health of men. I have a story I want to share with you guys at the end of this text receipt thread. Man, hold on. Let's get through this. The man responds, "You don't care, huh?" The woman responds, "I care. You just want attention." Ooh, she don't care. If that was her response, she do not care. You just want attention. No, I want you to be here for me so that I won't jump off of this bridge. That's what I want. That's deeper than attention. That's a cry for help. He responds, "I want you." She responds, "I'm cleaning my house now. I won't come because you begging, and it's pissing me the fuck off. Take an aspirin and call me when you feel better." Yep, he need to leave her alone. Leave her all the way the fuck alone. Call me when you feel better. How about I never speak to your ass again? Quick story time. So I met this woman. This was sometime last year. And she had recently became single, had only been single for a month. And I don't know how, but somehow it came up in conversation. She told me about her ex. Mind you, she had only been single for a month at this time. And I was like, okay, so what happened between you guys? I'm like, why'd y'all split? However it came about, right? She said, because I don't even remember, this has been over a year ago. She said, yeah, him and I were having a argument on the phone about finances because like I was living with him. I wasn't paying no bills. He was paying all the bills, but money was getting tight and he couldn't take it no more. And she was like, next thing I know, he took a to his head and pulled the trigger while I was right there on the phone with him. I was like, whoa, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm like, that's a lot to hear. She was like, yeah, I'm all right. I was like, huh? You don't feel bad? I'm like, I'm sorry that happened. I'm like, didn't you love him? She was like, yeah, but she was like, if he wanted to do that, that's what he wanted to do. She was like, I don't feel no type of way. I was like, are you serious? I'm like, your boyfriend took his life while talking to you on the phone and you have no remorse. Like she had zero remorse. I was like, yep, nope. Yeah, you're cooked. I am not talking to you. I am not making this story up. I wish that I was making this story up because that's sad and scary. Like, I get that there's people that don't have any sympathy or empathy, like lack zero compassion. But when you see it or even witness it, it's quite alarming, right? Let's move on to the next story, the next text receipt. Right. Okay, not a text receipt, but more like a Facebook argument, probably between her and Daphne. Those are the best. This woman gets on Facebook and she says, I ran into this guy who used to bully me in high school at the mall. She ran into him at the mall. He was trying to hide in Foot Locker because his broke bum ass making nothing. I had to be petty, so I went inside and walked around for a while. He continued to hide. Then I asked for help. He comes over embarrassed, and I asked him how that fall to glory was. He tried to say sorry for what he did to me in high school. I told him, don't be sorry. You work in that Foot Locker making minimum wage is sorry enough. Then left him a few dollars. Then she throws a bunch of laughing emojis and say, karma, boo-boo. Daphne felt this was fishy, so she enters the chat. She says to this woman, she responds to her, quick question. How long has it been since you got out of high school? The woman responds, 2012. Why? Daphne responds, so you still bitter over something that happened 13 plus years ago, back when y'all were kids in high school? That's embarrassing. And now you think clowning a man who works at Foot Locker somehow makes you the winner? You don't even know what he makes. A simple search shows $22 an hour. He could be a manager making more than you will ever see on a T-Mobile headset. You didn't eat with this post. You fumbled the whole plate. You're hourly. I'll wait. Then Daphne shows this little screenshot of what a Foot Locker employee makes living in California between $17.50 and $22 an hour. The woman responds back, Daphne, yes, I work at T-Mobile making $30 an hour, hater. I know you feeling like shit right now. You thought you ate too. You must work at Foot Locker. Daphne responds, I figured you would say that. You lied. You're a customer service rep. And the max for that role is $20 an hour. I already screenshotted your info before you removed it. You make less than him. How is that fell to glory? That's karma, boo. Yo, Daphne be killing them. Just because you sit at a desk and answer customer service phone calls and he walks around doing customer service type of work too, don't mean that you better than him just because you sit on your ass while you do it and make less money than him. Dang, the fact that Daphne pulled up this customer service job that this woman working at between $15.65 to $20 an hour. She ate her up again. Daphne with the checkmate. What's wild is she said he apologized for how he treated her 13 years ago in high school. Y'all wasn't perfect, bully or not. You were kids. He tried to make it right as a grown man, and she clowned him, left him a few dollars thinking he was broke. Newsflash, he could have been the manager. Meanwhile, she lied about making $30 an hour and added a cute little $10 for the internet. You don't even make that. Stop the cap. Karma works both ways. She got bullied and then she became a bully. Two wrongs don't make a right. Last one, y'all. I actually skipped over this one by mistake. I meant to do this one before the last one. But this woman right here gets on Facebook and she says this. Mother's Day Part 2 is coming up in a couple of weeks, y'all. You know men don't step up anymore. Shake my mother effing head. In 2025, we have proven we don't need them for nothing. We can do it all by ourselves without any of their help. And they hate it. If you feel like you don't need a man, then you also saying that you don't need God. Because what you're trying to do is go against what God created for us. He put man and women on this earth for a reason, for a purpose, so that we can be for one another, so that we can help one another, so that we can love one another, so that we can grow together with one another. You saying women don't need men is you saying that you're okay with going against what God had laid out for us so perfectly. Really what it is you need to become a better person so that you can attract the right type of man. Daphne responds, cap. You bragged about getting child support increase last year from your baby daddy. You flexing off his money and still got the nerve to act like you independent, mocking him while cashing his checks. This is not boss behavior. That's leech behavior. Sit down. Exactly. And then she drops a screenshot. Daphne drops a screenshot that this woman posted August 29th of 2024. Baby daddy at me for putting an increase in them payments. Went from $558 a month to $780. He begging the judge to deny it. She said, nah, should have sent me the money when I asked for it. These be the worst ones, bro. The ones that say they don't need a man, but yet they getting all this money from a man. Money that's helping facilitate their lives, making their lives easier. But yet they don't need a man. If you ain't need a man, you wouldn't be asking him for a dime. You would say, oh no, I don't need child support. I got this. I'm a strong, independent woman. If you didn't need a man, regardless of what the court says, regardless of what society says, if you don't need a man, you don't need a man. It's not necessarily morally ethical for you to decide, oh yeah, let me go ahead and get some child support just because him and I are no longer together and I got the child all the time. No. If you are independent and don't need a man, then you got this, right? You can't use those words and find it still to be necessary to get child support from a man. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, because I feel like that support is to be had. That's his child, right? But you can't be out here saying this type of stuff while receiving that sort of assistance. This woman clearly didn't have any sort of rebuttal, so she just dropped a "and pick me." That's right, she's picked, because you ain't even with him no more. He's just the baby daddy now. Stupid. Daphne responds, if he was begging the judge, it's probably to see his kids, while you're online begging for likes off of the struggle you created. Ooh, shit. Damn. This woman has zero rebuttal, can't say anything. She's dealing with Daphne like how a lot of these women deal with men. Instead of having an argument worth having, they leave little petty remarks, and then they do little petty stuff like blocking. She says, struggle this hoe, and then she drops this blocking emoji or blocking, whatever it is, a GIF. Wow. Grow up and find some accountability while you're at it. Let's see what Daphne says. She says, child support is meant for absent fathers, not broke women who refuse to get a job. Thank you. Ladies, don't start this during Father's Day month. Half of you don't even watch your kids. You give them to Grandma Pearl while collecting child support for doing nothing. Sit down. Oh, Daphne put that in all her dang on messages now. Sit down. I love it. This woman right here leaves a comment. She says, please don't start that I'm the mother and the father mess. Single mother is just that. We mothers had our day and everyone was okay with it, including the fathers. Thank you. I love women that get it. I love women that understand. Shout out to this queen right here. Miss Diamond, shout out to you. I ain't mean to click on your page. But look, that's all I have for y'all today. Leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.